Hi everyone, my name's Preston, and today we're going to be working on arm balances. So we will do specifically crow and our figure 4 arm balance. So all you need for this class is a mat or a towel or a flat place on a carpet or a rug and a pillow. We'll be using the pillow to play around with the fear element of shifting our weight forward and balancing on our arms. So this will be about a 20 or 30 minute practice. We'll warm up the wrists, we'll warm up the core, and then we will get to work on our crow and our figure 4 arm balance. Awesome, see you on the mat. All right, so let's get started with our arm balance practice. I have placed a pillow here to use later. So have your pillow nearby, we won't be using it yet. And we're gonna start on our backs with a little bit of core work. So come up onto your back, pull your knees into your chest, and just rock and roll side to side. First waking up the spine, waking up your hips. Take a nice happy baby, extend your feet up to the sky. Grab a hold of the outside edges of your feet or the back of your thighs and pull your knees in toward your belly. Pause here for a couple breaths, just opening through the hips. Keep pressing your tailbone back down into the mat. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. You can roll out your ankles or extend one leg at a time, whatever feels good for you here. And then we're going to take a little crow on our backs. So bring your knees apart to a hip width distance and bring your big toes to touch. We're going to create that 90-degree angle with the arms and tap the toes and the hands on the mat and then crunch it all in. See how we're in our crow shape right here on our backs. You should feel this burn in your core as you hug your low belly in. Let's do 10 of these. Tap and crunch. Use your breath. Inhale, exhale. Keep the toes pointed, the legs active, and tap. Should feel this shaking a little in your core. The slower you go, the more isolated these muscles will be, the more intentional the movement. Keep going with your breath. Just a few more. Good. On this last one, we're going to hold here. So notice the shape. Connect elbows to knees. Breathe for 3 long breaths. Keep squeezing everything together. One more breath. And then extend everything out. Long, full body stretch. Good, pull your knees back into your chest. And we're gonna rock a little bit. Just wake up the spine some more. And bring your feet to the mat. Reach your hands toward your heels and lift yourself up into a gentle bridge pose, working the shoulders under the back body. Keep pressing into your heels, lift your hips, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Just warming up the whole body before getting into our arm balances. We'll take a figure 4 on our backs now. So flex the right toe across the left knee. And then grab the back of your left thigh. Opening through the hip, press your right knee away from you. Keep both feet flexed. Let's rock slightly to the left to deepen the stretch. Keep pressing the right knee away from you, drawing that outer right hip back and away from the left. Couple breaths here. Just breathe into this nice hip opener. Enjoy the stillness that this pose offers on your back. And then release left foot to the ground. Release right foot to the ground, and we'll do the other side. Left ankle on top this time. Create that same shape. Pull the whole shape in toward your chest. Grab the back of your right thigh. And find your figure four with the left knee pressing away from you. Both feet active. And shift slightly to the right if you'd like to deepen this hip opener. One more big inhale here. Fill up the low belly with air. Exhale. Pull back on the mat. Come back to center. Relax your right foot down. Relax your left foot down. Pull both knees into your chest. We're gonna rock again. This time rocking up 3 or 4 times until we're balanced on our seat in boat pose. So come into your boat pose, draw your knees in toward your chest, reach your arms out long. A little bit more core work. Let's take a low boat, reach long, inhale, high boat. Good, 5 of these, low to high. 3 more, breathe, we got this. 2, and 1. Hug everything to center. Maybe extend your legs all the way out straight, or as straight as they will go. Little bend in the knees is great. Shaking is even better. If you're shaking, your core is really working. You can flex or point your feet. One more breath, lift, and then exhale, lower it down. Good. I'm gonna come to face you for this next one. We're gonna come onto our knees and start to stretch out our wrists. So make little fists with your wrists and just roll those fists all around, coming out wide. Coming up overhead, shoulders down your back. Take circles in both directions. Just let those wrists go where they may, but keep those fists squeezing in tight. Good. And then release the fingers out wide. We'll take some swirly wrist openers, in and out. Find a little smile, sit up a little taller. And then let's find some finger stretches. So like flick of the fingers. Let's draw it out wide. And then draw it back into center. Really engage those hands. This might feel kind of weird. That's okay. Taking movements with the hands and the fingers that they're not used to. If you're sitting at your computer, texting or typing a lot, this is really good for you. Just start to swirl out your wrists every which way. Should be feeling this in your wrists, maybe all the way up into your forearms. Good, open up wide. And then exhale, give yourself a hug here. Grab the back of your shoulder blades, tuck your chin. Inhale, open up wide again. Exhale, cross opposite elbow on top, tuck the chin. Inhale, open up wide, and then exhale, come onto your hands and knees, tabletop. Let's flip the wrist to face forward, so fingers are facing you. And just take some cat-cows, gentle cat-cows with the belly here, with the wrist turned backwards. Hands are hip-width distance. All 5 fingers spread wide. You can shift left and right. Keep breathing. This can be a little bit intense on the wrist, so notice if you've started to restrict the breath. Good. One more inhale here. Let's find a traditional cat-cow. Drop your belly, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. Hug belly button in, drop your head. Inhale back to center. And this time you can shake out the wrists as you come through. We're gonna face the fingers toward each other so the backs of the hands are on the mat. So depending on your wrists, your arms, this one might be more or less intense than the last. We're gonna take little push-ups here, bringing the elbows out wide. So lower halfway down and then press back up. Good. 10 of these. You got this. Halfway there. Shaking is good. Once again, it's growth, putting the body in a new situation, allowing it to adapt. Last one. Good. And then flip your hands back to normal. Let's take 3 cat-cows in our normal wrist stance. So fingers come wide. Hips or knees under the hips. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze up, shoulders back. Exhale, round, drop your chin. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. One more, make it dramatic. Let it feel good. Shoulders back, breathe into the throat. Exhale, round. Good, step back to high plank, continuing with our core work. Puff up that space behind your shoulders, hips in line with shoulders, heels pressing back, crown of the head pressing forward. Engage your low belly, hug everything into midline. Find 3 steady breaths here. Good, then lower your knees down. So we're still in our high plank, modified high plank with the knees down. We're gonna practice our chaturanga, coming into those 90-degree angles with the elbows. So shift your weight forward, lower halfway, no more than halfway. See how my elbows are at a 90-degree angle? I'm not dipping my shoulders down. I'm lifting and pausing right here. Good, breathe here, and then press up to your high plank with the knees bent. Your toes can be tucked or untucked here, whatever feels better for you. 2 more modified chaturangas. Shift forward, come halfway, and press up. Good, 1 more. You should feel this burn. Good, then tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So feeling those wrist stretches really help us already as we press into our hands, as we soften into our down dog. Relax your head between your biceps. Relax your feet toward the ground. Couple breaths here. Good, back to your down dog. Let's draw the right foot up, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee into the nose, again with the core work. Inhale, reach right leg up. Exhale, cross it across your body toward the left elbow. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, right elbow. Maybe it comes higher than the elbow, up toward the armpit, just like crow. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend it upward. Exhale, draw left knee to left elbow, maybe higher. Feel those obliques. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good work. Lower your knees down. Lower your seat down. Again, roll out your wrists. Take a breath. So we're going to set ourselves up for crow here. Now that we've engaged the core, engaged our wrists. So come to the top of your mat. We'll start in Malasana, so like a Yogi Squat. This allows us to get our knees open wide. You're gonna place the pillow right in front of you. Your hands are gonna come just to touch the pillow. So the purpose of the pillow is to give us more space in case we fall forward. Somehow putting the pillow here really lets us let go of that fear element, because a lot of what's blocking us from doing these types of poses is the fear that we're gonna fall forward and smash our face on the ground. So that's not gonna happen. No, that's not gonna happen because you have the pillow in front of you. So come into your Yogi Squat. You can go side to side. See if you can get both heels on the ground. Sit up nice and tall. You can do a few squats like this to open through the hips. Lower back down. Stand all the way up. Toes pointing out here, heels in. Lower all the way down. One more. Good. Now we're going to bring our big toes to touch or close by. And we're going to just practice coming into the shape before we lift our feet. So draw your knees up toward your armpits. So they're not going to be on the outside of your armpits like this. We actually want them inside the armpits so that this place of the arm, this bicep or the tricep, can hold the shelf for your knee. So plant your hands. We're going to lift up and come forward. So see how I'm already in my crow shape with the arms bent at about a 90-degree angle with my feet still on the ground. So this right here is a great crow. If you're in this shape, you've already made the crow shape. So you should feel your knees pressing down on your triceps, on the backs of your arms, up toward your armpits. It might even feel a little bit uncomfortable, and that's okay. Breathe here, and then maybe start to shift your weight forward. Maybe you lift one foot off the mat. So when you do that, really activate the foot like you're trying to kick your butt. Good, then lower that foot down. Lift the other foot off the mat. Lower that foot down. We'll come back into our crow shape. Maybe you lift one foot or both feet. Keep shifting your weight forward. Gaze forward. Don't gaze down. Gaze forward. You'll go where your gaze takes you. The pillow's there if you need it. Keep kicking your heels in toward your seat. Breathe here. And then try that a few more times if you'd like. So don't be discouraged if you didn't get it on your first try. This pose took me years to really get. So just know that all this work you're doing will really build up over time and eventually help you find your crow shape. The second time, we're going to lift up onto the heels, draw the knees in toward the armpits, shift your weight forward. Again, you're here, you're in your crow, even before your feet are lifted off the ground. And then maybe lift one leg. You can just balance here on one leg lifted, just feeling what it feels like to shift your weight forward, or maybe you lift both. Breathe. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those legs, gaze forward, and then exhale, lower it down. Good, take a rest, maybe roll out your wrists. You can shake them out. You can take the same or similar wrist stretch we took earlier. Maybe bounce around a little. And then we'll try it one more time. Again, feel free to, you can pause this video at any time and do extra of any of the shapes or poses or drills that we've been practicing. All right, let's shift forward again. Come on to the hands. Hands are shoulder width distance apart. Shift your weight forward. Kick your heels in toward your seat. Gaze up. Breathe. Really grip the mat with your hands. Good. All right, let's slowly roll ourselves up to stand. Shake it out. Shake out your legs. Shake out your wrists. And now we'll try our figure 4 arm balance. So similar to crow, maybe adding on an additional step, but a very similar shape. So we're going to start with our figure 4 balancing. So one leg Tadasana, reach your right leg up. Flex your right toes. Breathe here. Soften your right hip down so it's in line with your left. And then bring your right ankle across your left knee, hands to heart center. Sit back into your chair. Flex through the right toes. So we're going to keep drawing that right hip back and away from the left, just like we did on our backs. And maybe you start to find the mat with your hands. So see how when I find the mat with my hands, this right foot is going to come to the same place that the left knee did in crow. So these toes can actually grip the outer left arm. So just practice setting that up for a second. See if your right toes, and I know this is kind of confusing because we're in this twist or this weird shape with the body, but see if those right toes can find the outer left arm. The lower you sit down, the more you'll be able to find that attachment. Then we're going to shift forward, and the right knee is going to come to the outer right tricep. You shift your weight forward, hook your right foot around above your left elbow. Right knee comes on top of right elbow. Shift your weight forward. Again, I'm already in this shape without lifting the back foot. This is great. If you're here, you can stay here. Or you can start to shift, lifting the left foot. Kick it in toward the butt. The pillow's there if you need it. Breathe. And then lower it down. Press yourself up. Forward fold with the right knee across the left, or right ankle across the left. Come out the way you came in. Standing one leg Tadasana. Exhale, release it down. Good work. Second side. Inhale the left leg up. You can bring your hands to your hips to square them forward. Flex the left toes. Find something to gaze at that's not moving. And then sit back and low into your chair, crossing left ankle across right knee, hands to heart center. Flex through the right toes, or left toes. They're on the right side. Good, draw your left knee, hip back and away from the right. And then maybe start to find the mat with your fingertips. Just like the other side, notice how that left hook is in the left foot is in the perfect position to hook around the outside of your right elbow, above the right elbow and the right tricep. And then crawl your hands forward, hands come to the mat, find that shape, keep drawing the whole left shin up toward your chest, hook left foot on right elbow, and shift your weight forward. Maybe your right foot lifts off the mat, or maybe it just stays right there. Figure 4 arm balance. One side might be a little bit harder than the other. That's perfectly okay. We're going to come out the same way we came in. Drawing left knee up, one leg, Tadasana. Exhale, lower it down. Try to find stillness here for a couple breaths. Bring your hands over your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Congratulate yourself on trying something new, or maybe workshopping something you've already tried in a different way. I hope you all enjoyed this figure 4 and crow tutorial. Have a great day.